I have feelings for you.
I have feelings for you.
The feeling was friendship.
Ten signs you're in a healthy relationship. 1, you know what your partner doesn't like about you and that they have found acceptance around it. 2, you're able to participate in co-regulation. So when one person is activated, the other can act as a calming source that will help ground you. 3, you feel the most loved and super connected when you're being your authentic self. 4, you're interdependent on each other, which means you feel solid in the bond you share while maintaining a strong sense of self. 5, you feel safe saying no or setting a boundary and confident it will be respected. 6, you know that if your perspectives are different about a specific event, that they can both be true and valid. 7, physical intimacy feels playful, safe, and confident. 8, you're able to repair and reconnect after a fight and learn from the experience. 9, you're being relationally and emotionally challenged, which can feel a bit uncomfortable at times, but is good for your overall development. 10, you feel like your partner sees you in a really positive light.
You tried to kiss me.
I'm not gay. What the hell's the matter with you? Look, let me put it to you this way. I'm attracted to you in the way that a man is attracted to a woman. But I'm not gay.
Not my boyfriend.
I'm not her boyfriend. They just don't get it.
No, why would they? Let's go, baby.
Someone that makes me feel seasick. Oh, what a skill to have. Oh, what a skill to have. So many skills that make her distinctive. But they're not mine to have. No, they're not mine. Whenever she looks, I read the nearest paper.
How old do you think Daddy is?
42. Oh, I mean, Dad is old. I think he's 7. Yes, that's it. Yes, that's what you want to hear, isn't it? Yes, jump.
I am not a vampire. I am just alt and autistic. A likely story.
%. Let's talk about what queer platonic attraction and queer platonic relationships mean. So the simplest definition of a queer platonic relationship is a relationship that exists outside of this romantic platonic binary we often find ourselves in. A lot of the ways we talk about and think about the gender binary can also be applied here. A queer platonic relationship might exist somewhere in between these ideas of romantic and platonic. It might be completely off the map, it might be both, it might be neither. Which can make it confusing because it can look like so many different things, it can feel like so many different things, but that's kind of the point. Queer platonic relationships are meant to queer the idea of what a relationship is and what it is meant to be. It's an opposition and a challenge to the ideas of allonormativity and amatonormativity, these ideas that romance is the apex of relationships and everyone would be better off if they were in a committed romantic relationship. Which is just not true. They're called queer platonic relationships for several reasons. That word platonic definitely comes from the idea that these relationships can sometimes look more like a platonic relationship, but with the ideas of commitment and companionship that you might see in a romantic relationship. But that's just one way of experiencing a queer platonic relationship, and that word platonic in no way means that QPRs are just like best friends with a little extra bonus. Because the other word in that is queer, which refers, yes, to like LGBT identity, but also more to the idea of queering. Which again is that opposition idea, that taking what a relationship is supposed to be and throwing that out the window and doing what you as the person in the relationship want and need from it. Which essentially means that a queer platonic relationship could be any combination of relationship activities. If you were to picture every single kind of activity you could think of, marriage, physical intimacy, having kids together, going on dates, providing emotional support, like anything you can imagine doing in any kind of relationship, It's like there's a whole buffet with all of those, and it's also a potluck where you get to bring your own stuff into it and pick and choose and make your perfect custom relationship that fits you and your partner or partners. And there's no rules about hitting all the food groups or like making a cohesive meal. The only rule is that there are no rules. And feeling queer platonic attraction is simply wanting to do this type of relationship with another person. I experienced my first queer platonic crush at age 13 before I knew what any of this meant. But those feelings I was having were truly queer platonic. I had a crush on this guy who I just wanted us to be in each other's lives. And I almost didn't care how or how people looked at it or labeled it or what we called it, because I just wanted us to like do our thing and figure it out and make our relationship ours and not fit into any of those standards, because I didn't feel like I was built to fit into any of those standards. There's such a diversity of queer platonic experiences that it can be hard to describe what it feels like to have that attraction. But because queer platonic creates so much space for you to be you really have the power and the authority to decide if that's what you're feeling and what that means to you personally.
I want to love a boy the way I love the ocean. Wish I was not afraid of all I have that's broken. I know I must behave to contain all my emotion, but I want to love a boy the way I love the ocean.
I am on to see my husband. I'm happy to see my husband. I'm happy to see my husband.
At the end of the day, man, having a boyfriend ain't gonna work.
Ladies and gentlemen, her.
Only
I'm gonna tell you the easiest way to figure out if you have platonic or romantic feelings for someone. And it is truly using your power of imagination. So I've said this before, but I'll say it again because I really do think this is the easiest way. And what I want you to do is imagine that person that you're questioning your feelings about, right? Imagine that you are at their wedding. It's not that they're dating somebody else. It is that they are being taken off of the romantic market completely. Because if you truly only have platonic feelings for someone, yeah, you like to spend time with them. Yeah, maybe you even think they're a cutie pie, right? You think they're aesthetically pleasing. A lot of us think our friends are cutie pies, right? But you are not gonna be able to ever in the future pursue this person. And I say marriage rather than just imagine them dating somebody else, because I think sometimes friends can get a little like jealous of their friends spending time with their own significant others, right? Like sometimes you're like, oh, but I want to hang out with you. Why do you always hang out with your significant other? But weddings, you're generally going to be pretty excited because this is a huge milestone for your friend. So like genuinely, like sit down, close your eyes, put on a little wedding march. And if you find that your own disappointment or your own disturbed feelings about this person being taken off of the romantic market outweigh your excitement and your happiness for your friend, then I would argue that maybe you do have more than platonic feelings for that person.